Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of Overdungeon, where we'll continue using the same settings as usual to accomplish hopefully something different, interesting and intriguing. The map setup kind of pressures us into fighting these elites, and we will gladly oblige. Let's hope we can survive them, because sometimes that is a little bit more difficult than it should be. We'll take some damage here, but that's fine. Getting rid of the enemies, and we should be able to get an overstrike off on this one. Because you've got 8 cards in your starting deck, you always know what's gonna come next. At least in the beginning. Because you'll draw 4 cards every turn. We haven't done an intelligence build yet, I think. That's one of my favorite ways to go. It's a bit less flashy than what we've been doing for now, but at the same time it's just immensely satisfying. Pony. The pony should do 40 damage, I think. Which should be enough to get rid of one of these dragons. And we'll only take 22 damage on the next turn, which we are a-okay with. No, don't think we'll get this one down. Yes, I actually did. Okay. We'll have to take these 22. Of these and these, and now we can kill both of them whenever we feel like it. We'll go for the higher hit point one. And we shouldn't be taking any more damage unless we draw badly. Slowly the charge beam gave us intelligence there. It wasn't good enough yet to have any massive impact, but we're not gonna have buildings, so the electrical discharge isn't gonna help us. The angry sheep aren't idle, but the strike barrier is something we can really use. We get a barrier and an attack in the same card, which will help us stay alive. First we're going with this, and then we'll use the barrier. Keep ourselves healthy. Play the alpacas, because we can't really afford not to. And just trying to slowly get rid of the enemy. Can use the mortar to get rid of this one. Now we'll take another 22. And it doesn't really matter which one we attack, so we'll attack the one with higher health. They keep alternating their attacks, so they are completely predictable. Which helps, because before you know that, the elites can be a little bit tricky to deal with on the first floor. We get an alpaca on the first turn of every combat now, which is great. But we don't want any of these other cards. Instead we'll want to upgrade what we have. So this gives us more intelligence, and this gives us an additional barrier if we don't have a barrier. Right now I prefer having that. We are heading towards another elite. One of these is actually really good in an intelligence deck. This is great because it gives us 5 intelligence to start out with. And this does not leave us with enough money to get rid of a card, sadly enough. But I think it'll pay dividends anyhow. Now this is a bit of an unfortunate start. Luckily we've got the alpaca here, bailing us out. Boom. The upgraded strike barrier is really helping there. We want another one? We probably do. Now we need to start focusing on adding more intelligence though, because we've only got this one card that does it. So we are not increasing in power all that much as the fight goes on. Best thing to improve that would be to simply add take cards out of our deck, but if that's not possible, we can always try to just add more intelligence gain cards when we find them. So those are our two options that we'll try to get working. Right now it doesn't really matter what we do. We've got enough barriers to keep us alive forever. So that boss was easy, so I do think we're doing well. Having one of these, I think, is almost never the wrong choice. Upgrades a random card. This takes an ultra rare. Usually I would have taken one of the other two for the extra card draw, but I'm recording. Sexy Beam is probably the best choice, but we'll pick Echo of Despair. If you haven't seen what it does, I'll keep it as a nice surprise. I'll try to upgrade it as well as soon as we can. So now we're playing the Elixir. And here, Echo of Despair. And it does absolutely nothing. It's actually on the side of the screen so you can read it, so that kind of kills the surprise. But such is life. And here we go. This is the card it spawned. Cast Fireball, which deals 25 damage 13 times. Now you see the enemy is still alive even after we cast that, and now the card is exhausted. So basically this just adds the card to our graveyard, and then we have to draw it again. Now, how do you make that thing actually overpowered? That's by gaining intelligence before you use it. So that's what we are gonna have to try and do. Which will be a little bit difficult because we don't have enough intelligence gain in our deck yet. But here we go, always cast that one now. And as soon as we gain it, we use it to win the fight. Basically we have to go through our deck twice, and if we can manage that, we win most of the fights in the game. We'll go here because, as I promised, we'll want to upgrade the Echo. This will cast 40 damage fireballs instead of 20 damage fireballs, which is really nice. We do want to get to a shop soon, so sadly we'll have to skip the next elite. This fight is pretty trivial, I think. We should not have any issues with it. And there we go. Super fireballs win us the game. Absolute overkill at this point. This wasn't what I was going for when I started the build, but it works. That's a useless relic, it just makes some chicks. We've seen that chick making can work, but not the way we're going right now. This gives us some extra gold, just hands it to us when we buy it. Wish the real world worked like that. You could just buy money at the store, then you'd have more money. This heals us, this heals us. We don't really care about our HP. We never need the mortar. Definitely can use another shop. So now we go with that. Hit out an alpaca to protect the other alpaca. Then we have to skip a turn because of the overdraw. Take a little bit of damage, sadly. Yeah, I wish we could have a certain way to draw barrier cards. Those are protecting us really well. And we've got the fireballs, which should win us the game. Got 35 intelligence at the point where we cast it, so then we are completely fine. The missile barrage. It's a bit late for it. Every time it's upgraded, what does it do? It deals damage more times. So this is also a really good card for our deck if we had more intelligence game, which we don't. Now I'm gonna add another strike barrier because we haven't been drawing them and it's become an issue. Definitely need to get something out of the deck. Charge beam, yes, please. And we'll also upgrade set charge beam. No, we'll upgrade this one. We keep playing it and losing a turn for it, which I am fed up with, so let's stop losing turns. Jesus Christ, you're taking damage. This is the boss, so... using the barrier to tank the bear. We're gonna skip the Star of Extinction Plus right now. We'll use it next time it comes around. We want to build up some more hit points, some more intelligence before we use it. There we go, and we should win the game with this. Yeah, might have been enough before. Now, do you want another one of these? I think so. Never enough card draw in this deck. And this one gives us some extra card draw, so can't complain. We'll also get another shop, which is great. Oh, we can really use some AoE, please. Thank you, game, but we only have 2 cards this turn. We already blew something up, wow. At this point we can Star of Extinction for the win. That's working out well. We'll have to skip these relics. Get rid of a card. Do we want to get rid of an alpaca or a strike? Probably a strike. Yeah, we've got all those barrier things that also act as direct damage. We might get a relic here. We cannot avoid battle. Oh well. We have to fight something. That just offered us an option to maybe get a relic and maybe have to fight. So we took the chance. Sadly, it failed. And this should just blow up everything, right? No? Oh, this is a hardy guy. So now we actually need to kill him the hard way. How many bears do you have? Jesus. Wow. Luckily we have so much card draw that we should be able to make it. And we've got the AoE, which just destroys all the bears. Good, good. This was a bit closer than I would like. Can we pick this up? It overloads. We overload a bit too much already. I'd love to upgrade some things, but I take the relic instead. Sometimes the relics are not worth it, and sometimes they're just kind of insane, so I always like taking the chance on them. I will just take damage here. I need some intelligence to actually be able to beat this guy. Yeah, the spider is doing work. This should be enough. I hope. Yes, it is. Good, but we're not gonna fight another one of these. I think they're a bit too scary. This one's definitely holding us back, so having it upgraded finally is quite nice. And we are almost at the boss, so... we'll be skipping the next turn. This guy is a bit annoying because he adds chick cards to a deck. I don't really know why the snake is spawning chicks, but it's pretty annoying. We kind of wasted a lot of that card. So that's gonna be a bit of an issue. Again, we are a little bit too weak to kill the enemies in one hit at this point. Let's spawn some chicks, why not? And we should be able to finish it. Giving opening to one spell. I will take it. Yeah, we want to draw it first. That's actually great. Don't need any of the other stuff. And we'll remove another strike from the deck. Get to upgrade one more thing before we fight the boss. And it should be this one. Now we need to stock up on intelligence before we use the Star of Extinction thing. So even though we made it appear in our starting hand, I think we're gonna save it for later. The card draw can wait, we already draw quite a few. Now we need it, I think. We've got enough protection. Also play this. Now, we didn't get as lucky as we could have with the intelligence gain cards. We only got two relatively weak ones. But I think we're gonna be doing fine. Just let us charge up a little. Every one of these attack cards is actually better than the alpacas because it just gives us a barrier and did this damage. And they do quite a lot of damage at this point with... What do we have now? 115? Yeah, 115 intelligence. So each of those fireballs does an insane amount of damage. I think we're good, we can do it. Star of Extinction. Take him out. Didn't take him out. Ah, miscalculated. That's fine though. We'll just slowly crawl our way up. The intelligence gain cards themselves do damage, so it's just a nice self-reinforcing cycle. Yeah, this was a good run. It wasn't the best run. We could have been a lot more powerful, but I liked how it went. Let's have a quick recap for the first boss. We seem to be doing quite well. For the second one, we're using the Star of Extinction. And for the third one, I guess we had to finish it off by hand. So, like I said, this was gonna be a less flashy run because we were using direct damage and it doesn't really translate into pictures too well. But I like doing these. And I had fun, I hope you had too. And I'll see you guys next time. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment, it means the world to me. And have a nice day.